Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Hope you guys are doing fine. It's a Thursday afternoon, my time. It's 7 p.m. Pacific time. And then this is the session that I would like you to repeat two sections of Avesta Koshti Afsun, which that is the Avesta when we are tying the Koshti. And then after we tied the Koshti, these two sections that we are repeating together today because last session I completed the whole Avestai Koshti Afsun. But then I was thinking that maybe it's worth of repeating these two sections because it has some deep meaning, which I'm going to cover one more time. And then also there are some audio track that a few years back I recorded, and it's worth again listening to it with a closed eyes, which is soothing your soul. And then I'm going to start with another Avesta and one particular material regarding Amishal Spandon, which I believe these two are goes hand in hand. And hopefully it's going to be a very informative session for most of you. So let me share my screen first, which I would like to start with the two small prayer that is very powerful. And I hope that most of you guys by now are memorized. If it's not, no worries at all. And you guys can see my screen. Let me put in the presentation mode, which is going to be bigger. We are going to recite Ashem Bohu Yatoahu. You can unmute or you can continue keeping yourself muted and just listen to me and then whispering in your own. Ashem Bohu Vaishmasti Ushta Asti Ushta Ahmai Hiadashai Vaishta Yashem Yataho Vairyo Ataratosh Shauchid Hacha Vangheosh Dazda Manangho Shiautnanam Angheosh Mazdai Shatrim Chauraya Imdregubyu Dadadvastarem. And then we are going to go to the Avesta Koshti Afsun, which last time we finished it. This Avesta, it's all about tying the Koshti, which I explained what is Sedre means, what is Koshti means, what's the element of that, why symbolically this means in our Zoroastrianism. I explained all those ones, so I'm not going to go over that. But then in this Avesta, the person that is planning to tie the Koshti, they are going to follow this one. What I wanted to correct myself, two things. Number one is that this Avesta is all about tying the Koshti, not opening it. So if you have the Koshti on your Sedre and you want to untie it, you are doing it during the Avestaye Surushwaj. In Avestaye Koshti Afsun, we are just putting it on again. And then the way that it started, so you have the open Koshti in your hand, and then you're putting in a position like a split it between these fingers. And then in the beginning, you're just, again, one more time, I'm going to quickly show you in the big picture. You are going to recite this one that you are mentioning it particularly with your good mind, good thought, good words, and good deeds. You are regretted from any sins or any wrong things that you have committed and you perform, and you are trying to make yourself, committing to yourself that you are going to start refresh and again with the good stuff. Starting from here, you are going to do all the practices, and by end of this Ashem Vahu, this Yatahu in two times, in the Shiatnanam, you are going to putting the two knots in the front, and then by Ushta, which is Ashem Vahu, Hashem va vaishtem asti, ushta asti, ushta ahmai, those two ushta, you are putting the two knot in the back, so it's going to be 4 knots, 2 knots in the front, 2 knots in the back, and you're finishing the tying koshti. Then you're going to come, this is the very important section, which here you are going to come, and that's exactly what we want also to listen to the track. One more time, we are going to say that I appreciate my good thoughts. I appreciate my good words. I appreciate my good deeds. And I'm appreciating and continuing it for the choice that I made it for myself to be a worshiper of Ahura Mazda and following Ashur Zartosh and his philosophy. I'm continue doing that. That is called Mazda Yasno Ahmi. It's one of our very powerful section, or I should say prayers within this Koshti Afsun, within this Avesta Koshti Afsun. So I can quickly recite. You can just listen to me word by word, and then I would like to ask from Artemis just to put a track on. So just listen to me. Arvind John, since you are new, hopefully you had get a chance to listen to the previous tracks or recorded, I should say, sessions. If not, it's very simple reciting this Avesta. Any A without any signs sounds like A. Any A with a sign on the top sounds like A. So we are going to go like that. Mazda, Yasno. And by the way, this both section is like a one word. This dash or hyphen doesn't mean anything. And just for the better pronunciation, I added like a hyphen. So we can simply break it down and it's going to be easier for pronouncing it. So it's going to be Mazda, Yasno, Ahmi. Mazda, Yasno, Zaratoshtresh, Fravarane, Ostu Tascha, Fravare Tascha, Ostuye Humatem Mano, Ostuye Uchtem Vacho, Ostuye Hovarshtem Shiautnem. آس توی دعنام ونگوهیم مازدیسنیم فرسپای او خزرام نیزاسنی تیشم خواهد و داتام اشعونیم یا های تینام چا بوش ین تینام چا مزیش تا چا وحش تا چا سرش تا چا یا آهوی ریش زرتشت ریش اهورایی مزدایی ویسپا وهو چینهمی ایشا استی دینیاو مازدیسنویش آس تویتیش. So let me ask from Artemis John, let me go ahead and then unshare my screen so you can simply put the track on. And then again, you guys can close your eyes and just listen. It's all about making sure that we are feeding our spiritual and soothing our souls. So let's listen to it carefully.
So Noushin John, let me know which track do you want?
Mazda Yasno Ahmi.
Mazda Yasno.
Look, I went to the doctor. I'm on this. I'm on Paymané. 0.025.
Were you able to find it?
And I have to get
Oh, I cannot hear you.
I guess I'm the only one hearing it. Let me fix that. Okay, let me share screen and fix it.
okay. Look at
Okay.
this.
Sorry about that.
مزده یسنو احمی مزده یسنو زرتشتی فرورانه آستو تسجا فروره تسجا آستوی همت منو آستوی اختم و چو آستوی هوشتم شیاتنه آستوی دینام ونگ هوی ماز دیسنی فرسبایا خزرام نیزاست نیتیشم خواهد ودتام اشانی یا های تینام چا بوش یا این تینام چا مزیشتا چا ویشتا چا سرشتا چا یا هوریش زرتشت ریش اهورایی مزدایی ویسپا و چینهمی ایشاستی دینیا مازدی اسلویش آستویتی
باور دارم و استوارم به کیش مزدیسنی که آورده زرتشت است. می ستایم اندیشه نیک را، می ستایم گفتار نیک را، می ستایم کردار نیک را، می ستایم دین نیک مزدیسنی که یوغ بردگی را برمی اندازد و جنگ افزار را فرو می نهد که آزادی بخش و راستین است و از تمام دین هایی که هستند و خواهند بود مهترین، بهترین و زیباترین است.
I, with my appreciations and convictions, choose for myself to be a worshipper of the Wise One and a Zarathustrian. I appreciate good thoughts. I appreciate good words. I appreciate good deeds. I appreciate good conscience, the religion of worshiping the Wise One, which overthrows yokes yet sheaths swords, teaches teaches self reliance and is righteous. Therefore, of the ways of life that have been and that shall be, this is the greatest, best, and sublimest. It is divine and Zarathustrian.
Cool. Thanks, Artemisia. Okay. And then there is another section within this Avesta Koshti Afsun, which that is also is very powerful. Let me put it in that presentation mode. So as you may continue the rest of Avesta, you're going to come to this section. It called Hamazurbim. The real word by word meaning, it means let's be together and pushing it. Let's be together and working through. But the reality, deep meaning of that, it's all about collaboration and then being as a team. Individualism is not going to work, but if we are going to be together, we can make the changes. We can be with the good people all around the world who are doing the good things, and then we can just learning from each other or just doing it together. And this beautiful I should say blessing of that is going to come to all of us. And the whole meaning of that, let's be far from wrong and wrongdoers, and then let's be with all the good people all around the world, because with being together we can accomplish more and more. This is so powerful that in fact we are doing it so much in Zoroastrianism from all of our ancestors. It was a section that we are even hearing and listening. It's called Gahambar, which Gahambar is nothing beyond just a Thanksgiving. If you are thinking Thanksgiving, it was all meaning about just sharing their feast and food and everything when it happens here in US at that time. This is the same thing that they've been doing it 1,000 years ago. When we sing thousand, you know that our religion goes back to 3,800. 1,000 years ago, they knew that they need to share their food and everything. In fact, they were doing it 6 times a year. That's why we have 6 Gahambar. But anyway, I was thinking that this is also is a very important section or prayers that I'm going to recite slowly for you guys, and then Artemisian can go ahead and put the track on. Is another beautiful one. Hama zur bim, ashubim. Hama zure vish kirfa bim. هم کرفه کرفکاران بیم. دورش وناه و وناهکاران بیم. هم کرفه بسته کشتیان و نیکان و وهان 7 کشور زمین بیم. So let's listen to it. One quick explanation for someone like Arvin. Kirfa, when you're wearing a sedre, and a sedre in the front, it has one rectangle that is been sewed on top of it, and in the back it like has semicircle. The symbolic meaning is that this semicircle that we are calling it gorde is all potential good deeds that we can doing it or performing it. But the kirfa, this rectangle small pouch in front of that sedre, all the good deeds that we have accomplished and did it, it's going to be stored there. Again, it's just a physical one. But that's why they are saying it. Let's be together with those people that they have done good things. So ham kirfaye kirfa karan bim. So let me again stop sharing, and Artemishan, you can go ahead and put that the track for Hamazurbim.
همازور لیش کرفه بی هم کرفه کاران بی دورش ونا کاران بی هم کرفه بسته کشتیان و نیکان و وهان هفت کشور زمین بی
همیار باشی، همیار همه پاکان باشی، در انجام کار نیک هم پیوند شوی، با نیکوکاران در انجام کار نیک هم پیوند شوی، از گناه و گناهکاران دوری کنی، با زرتشتیان و نیکان و خوبان هفت کشور زمین همیار باشی.
May we be joined in strength. May we stand united through righteousness. May we join hands in doing more good deeds. May we unite with good people. May we be far from wrong and wrongdoers. May we be joined hand in hand with all the faithful and all the good people of the world.
Okay. Hope you're enjoying as much as I enjoy. But then let's go to this section. Can you guys all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. For some reason, I don't know what is showing here, but I should ask cancel. Never mind. Okay, now we are gonna go to the next session. So normally what we are saying it here, let me go back to the curriculum of this Avesta when we put it together. So bare minimum, very, very bare minimum that you want to pray and you're committing to yourself in a certain ga or certain time of day, or really 4 or 5 times a day, which we have 5 ga to doing it. You need to do this 5 section. And in the Berasot, it's all we are saying it, hope Ahura Mazda has listened and accepted my prayers. Which Hashem Vahu Yatahu, a very too small player. Surushwaj, when you're untying your kushti, and particularly you're praying for that particular ga or the time of that day. And Avesta Koshti Abspan, you're putting and tying kushti back on your sedre, and then you're finishing with Berasat. That's a very simple one. But then there are a few more Avesta that these are still part of a daily basis prayer. You may choose to do it or you may skipping and not doing it. Tandarusi is a prayer for the health. Paymané din is the commitment to this religion. Din, literally, din means religion. Payman means commitment. And one more time, you're committing to yourself and then to your prophet and then to the God that you're part of this religion. ستایش یکتا خدا, it means a prayer for the
Noushin John, we can't hear you.
No, it's not coming through.
Can everybody else hear Noushin, or is it just me?
No, I can't hear
and
you
for
either.
the only God, which is our Mazda daily basis. You can,
Okay.
Navijan?
No,
Now
no,
it's
Noushin
good.
John. Now we can hear you. That's great.
Oh, okay. If you want, I can call through my phone because sometimes my phone
It's working
computer
now.
can.
Now it's great.
Okay, perfect. Okay, thanks for confirming.
at Yekta Khoda, just FYI.
You couldn't hear the Yekta Khoda?
Yes.
Okay, so I can repeat that one. For ستایش یکتا خدا, it's literally, it means the prayer for the mono God or the single God. And 101 Nam Khoda is just 101 different names that we have for Ahura Mazda or Khoda. So again, these are just optional. But then today I was thinking, instead of reaching and hitting this one, which for this one I would like to show you our calendar and then how the different section of our calendar, it comes to a different section in this prayer. I would like to skip and then start with the Paymané din. But before I'm going literally just to this prayer, I would like to touch on one of those material in our Zoroastrianism, which we are calling it Amisha Spandan. Let me share my screen with you, and then you guys can see from this screen. I can even maximize it a little bit or making it a little bit bigger for you guys. Oops, that's too much. Give me 1 second. Okay, can you guys see my screen big enough for you guys? I'm assuming yes, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I would like to touch on Amisha Spandon. You are hearing a lot of that, and then you're thinking, okay, what is it? Or maybe you already know, but I would like to one more time talk about that. Amisha spans. It's the very little by little words is mean bountiful immortals, but in reality it has a dual symbolic role, and it has a dual meaning for this one. First of all, we have 6 Amshal spanned. Sometimes in our Avesta prayer, they're calling it 7 Amshal span, which the 7th is going to go back to the Ahura Mazda himself. Another way they are saying it, this 6 Amshal span represent of that those story that we are hearing, that God's created the entire world in 6 days. 1 day water, 1 day plant, 1 day sky, and something like that. Sometimes they can linking it that one to this 6 days or 6 Amshal span. Another way that they are saying it in our Amshal span done, every particular creation of Ahura Mazda shall be protected and supported by us, which we are the edge of his creation. We were the end of his creation with all the perfectionism as a human. And why us? Because we are responsible of not hurting, polluting, damaging that. And I'm going to go that. In addition to that, they are saying it each of those Amshal span and the little meaning of those words, it's assigned to one of that Ahura Mazda's quality, which we are kind of praising it and we have to follow. So let me go to that, and I have some schematic of that one. When I'm teaching kids, I had to put them in the more colorful and meaningful so it can resonate with their brain. So that's why I can show it to you. But let's go quickly. What is Amisha span means? Amisha, anything that starts with a, it means no. Misha or mash, it means marg, it means mortal. So Amisha means no death. It means immortal. That's literally, this is Amisha means. Spenta, means holy. It means bountiful. And then in our religion, those 6 amshas span, it has a different words for that. Vahman or vohuman. Vah means bah, means behtarin. Man means mind, so it means good mind. Ardi behesht. I'm going to go to all the meanings in the next page. Shahrivar, Spindarmazd, Khordad, Amordad. So let's look at this big picture. Now I have to a little bit minimizing so everything comes in one page. So literally, when I'm explaining to the kids, I had to break it down in this colorful circle so they can understand in a way that they can remember of that. Vahman or Vohuman. We are calling it good mind. And the reason that I put it also in the red, which one of those creation of Ahura Mazda is animal, it means that sometimes we need to protect those animals. That's particularly in Vahman Ruz, which one of the names, one of the 30 name that we have for the month is Vahman, and we are not eating meat. Today we are not eating meat, but in old time they were killing animals. So in reality, they were saying, do not kill animal if it doesn't need it. Or sometimes for the protection of their population or something, we have to understand and then cope with our desire to make sure that we're protecting this animal, not killing them, not eating them. So that's why Bahman. Okay, so I was covering over here Ardi Behesh, it means truth and righteousness. And then in the appreciation of this creature or this feature of Amshas Spandan, we are going to be protecting the fire. And why fire and then Ardi Behesh goes hand in hand? In another sense, they're saying fire is the most clean creature of Ahura Mazda. Anything and everything can be thrown into the fire, but fire still keep itself clean out of all the dirtiness. And that's why the truth and righteousness is going to come out of it. So this is one that it goes again, these two together. Next is Shahrivar. Shahrivar, another one meaning is a supreme in power, and it's been linked to the sky. There is one thing that I would like to also mention when it comes to the power and then masculine or something. That's why somehow Shahrivar is been linked to man, and Shahrivargan, which when the name of that day as a Shahrivar and the month comes together, and that specific one we are celebrating as a Men's Day. Somehow we are reminding ourselves the power masculine of the men's and how they can be protective. But we as a creations of Ahura Mazda as a human, we need to protect sky and we need to make sure we are not polluting it. Spend our mast, or we are also linking it to Esfandgan. Spend our mast when this word is happening in the month of Esfand, which in the past it was Spandar. Esfandgan, that's the name that we are celebrating for women. And then why women? Because we are linking the faith and earth together. Another sense, as earth is like a mother of everything, and then generously is just giving birth to every seeds and every plant and everything. Mother and women are doing in the same fashion. So therefore, Spendar Mazdagan or Isfandgan, we are celebrating for women. So Shahrivargan for men, which is representing for that power, and Spendar Mazdagan, your Isfandgan, it's all about the Women Day, which is being generous and like a earth that is giving it back to the community society. Then we are going to come to Khordad and Amordad. What we are saying that if any human is practicing these four immortal, bountiful, immortal one, it means that if constantly practicing with the good mind, truth and righteousness, being in the powerful position yet protecting other stuff, and be faithful. If they keep practicing these four elements, they are going to come to this element of perfection. And then from perfection, they become immortal. And why perfection is being linked to the water is the water is the one is going to show any dirty or any unclean item, and is going to be very reflecting of what you are doing it. That's why water is another element that we as a human needs to protect it, not to pollute it. Yet by practicing those four, we are coming to kind of perfection. And the more that we are doing it, at some point we become immortal. But then somehow in our Avesta, they are saying it half Shaspandan means 7 Shaspan, which the 7th is going to go back to Ahura Mazda at the end. So I wanted to make sure that I'm talking about Shaspandan, this dual symbolic meaning. And then again, as I said, that we don't say it in Zarathustra or Zoroastrian, but in so many other beliefs or religion, they are saying it God created its word in 7 or 6 different days, and that's the different creature that God had created. Any questions so far for me? Yes, someone. I'm
Yeah,
saying.
Noushin,
Aryan.
Noushin, I have a quick question. So in Persian, Hor usually associated with sun. Is that correct?
Hor, yes. Hor, the Hor sheet, but this is not Hor, yeah.
Oh, it's not Hor? Okay.
No.
And then what's dot in Avesta? What does that mean?
I don't have the true meaning of word by word, so I can't tell you exactly. Hor means, I know you're saying a hor sheet, or dod, it means that dod or dahish, it means what it means, like a giving. But hor dod together, again, I just put a dash, but that doesn't have 2 different sections. But I can get back to you if there is any specific meaning for that. All I know, somehow we are translating as a perfectionism or perfection.
Yeah, thank you. That's a good answer. Thank you.
Is anyone else raised this hand or the same? Okay. Okay, and this is the same thing. So if you guys are thinking if it's hor dot or amor dot has, I can get back to you, but all I know that a means no, more dot, it means more than, or death. So it means no to death, or immortal. So I don't think that dot itself has any meaning, but I can definitely get back to you for the hor dot. So this is all about, again, this particular piece that we put it together. You guys can definitely get it from for Artemis. And I explained it, all these ones, what is section by section means, and why we are calling it different one, like instead of Bohuman or Bahman, sometimes we are saying Bahman, and it's all about animal. Atash or Ardi Behesht, truth and righteousness, Shahrivar, the third one, supreme in power. And then for the earth, for the fourth one, Spandar Mast. And then is going to come Hordad for the water. And then the last one, Amordad, which is goes to the plant or immortal. Okay. Let's go to Avesta Paymané, which it has a section regarding that Amshaspandan. And again, remember that here is saying it half Amshaspan or 7 Amshaspan, but now you learn that we only have 6 Amshaspan. Okay. Paymané din. I'm going to put in the presentation mode. And it is very simple. As a pledge of allegiance to the Zarathustra religion or commitment to the Zarathustra religion. Paymané din. Razishtya, chistya, mazdadatya, ashaonia, daenia, vanghoya, mazda yasnoish. دین بهی راست و درست که خدا بر مردم فرستاده این است که اشوزرتشت پیغمبر آورده است دین اورمز داد زرتشت اشون اشموهو و ایشتم استی اوشتا استی اوشتا احمایی هیت اشایی و ایشتا یشم. دادار یک. Dadar means Parvardgar, it means God, only one God. Dadar, one. Deen Behi, one. It means the best religion, one. Peygambar Pak, it means the truth or righteous messenger or prophet. Rah Ashu Zartoshte Mehr Spantaman. By the way, Spantaman, it was the last name of Zartosh, which means that the route or the journey of Ashu Zartoshte Spantaman. Anusha Ravan, it means that he is no longer within us and hope his soul is rest in peace. Danistau bi goman berasteo درسته دین پاک اورمزد. انوش اشون اشمو و اشتمسی اوشتا استی اوشتا احمای هیت اشای و اشتای اشم. May we believe in only one God and only one path that lead us to salvation, and that path is the path of Asha. Asha, it means that the only rule and regulation that is ruling this entire world. This is the section I was talking that has Amshaspandan on that. And this is a very nice prayers that I also has a track of that. Vispe Setayesh, the worship of Ahura Mazda. Vispe Setayesh Dadar Urmazde Rayumande خرومند هروس آگاه دانای توانای توان کردار آمرزیدار آمرزش کردار 7 امشاسپندان شاه شاهان شاه برهرام ایزد پیروزگر درفشدار دشمن زدار امه هوتاشته برساد. Normally we are reciting this one 3 times. I just did it once. So let's listen and Hashem Bahu Vaishtamasi Ushta Asti Ushta Ahmai Heyad Ashai Vaishtayasha. So let me stop sharing and let's listen to this section of that, which is the end of this Paymané. Again, at the end of the day, this Paymané or this pledge to our Zoroastrian, one more time we are committing to this religion and we are reminding ourselves that it's the religion of only one God, one messenger or prophet, and who was giving us the path of righteousness and truth is no longer among us, but this is what we are following him. So let's listen to this right now. Let me stop sharing first. So, oh, you already stopped me share, right? Okay.
Sorry, guys, give me a minute. I'll pull it up. It was not playing, so I couldn't get back up. Can you guys hear it or no?
Yes.
Okay.
ویسپه ستایش دادار اورمزده رایومنده خرومنده هر وسپاگان دانای توانای توان کردار هفتم شاسپندان شاه شاهان شاه به رهرامی زده فیروزگر درفشدار دشمن زدار امهای او تاشته برساد
ستایش بسیار باد دادار اور مزد آگاه و دانای توانا را هفت امشاس پندان و شاه و رهرام ایزد پیروزگر را که نماینده توانایی و پیروزی است.
I worship Ahura Mazda, the creator who is wise, strong, and powerful. May this prayer reach Ahura Mazda's Amshaspans and Verahram Izad, who represent strength and victory.
Thanks, everyone. So at the end of this section, I ended this prayer. And then we can next time, we can go back and then cover, I think by now, 2 more sessions. It's what I'm imagining is required. next time I'm going to cover Birasat. But prior to that, I would like to touch on the calendar and then this category of those section that it goes into that Birasat and why is in that format. And then last, we are going to touch on the ستایش یکتا خدا.
Thank
Let
you
me know.
so much, Noushin.
Sure, absolutely. If you guys have any question, let me know.
Thank you so much, Noushin Jan.
Thanks,
You,
Navjan.
Noushin.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you everyone for joining. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Sunday at 8:30 Pacific time.
Yes.
Have a
Thank
good one.
Have a good evening.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.